It's fun to see all of you. I haven't seen you all in a group for a long time. But I just want to tell you what an interesting week I've had. Like tonight coming out here, I was stopped for driving 90 miles an hour. And I talked the officer out of a ticket by telling him that I had to hurry, because if I don't, I'll forget where I'm going. You know, the biggest lie I tell myself is that, let's see, what is it? But I don't have to write that down because I'll remember it. No, that doesn't happen. And I have to tell you, last week, I planted some bird seed. A bird came up and I don't know what to feed it. Another thing I discovered this week, that if I go braless, it pulls all the wrinkle out of my face. In the paper about two men over in North Georgia. They all died on the same day. They live in this little tiny town over there, so they all went up to heaven, and St. Peter greeted them at the gate. And so he said to the first guy, "And what did you die of?" He said, "I died of a fatal heart attack." St. Peter said, "Welcome, you can enter here." He said to the next one, "And what did you die of?" He said, "I died in an automobile accident." And St. Peter said, "You are welcome to come in." And he said to the third one, "And what did you die of?" He said, "I died of sinus." St. Peter said, "Sinus, you mean sinus?" He said, "No." He said, "I was out with a preacher's wife and he seen us." Pastor King, I don't know, did he leave? Did he go away? He's right here. Pastor King answered the phone one day last week. This voice said, "Are you Pastor King from the New Hope United Methodist Church?" He said, "I am." He said, I am from the IRS, and can you help us?" And he said, "I can." He said, "Is Ernie Wilson, is he someone you know?" He said, "Yes, I do." He said, "Is he a member of your congregation?" He said, "Yes, he is." He said, "Did he just give you $200,000 for the church?" He said, "He will." My grandson was getting ready to go on a business trip, and this little girl was in the room playing on the bed. She was just having a good time bouncing up and down, and she said to him, "Daddy, look at this." "We're going to play a silly game." So he ran over, he grabbed her hand, stuffed in his mouth, said, "Daddy's going to eat your fingers." But he ran into the bathroom to get his travel kit. He came back out. She is standing in the middle of the bed with this devastated look on her face. He said, "Well, honey, what is wrong?" She said, "What happened to my booger?" Yeah, it's pretty sickening, but it's pretty funny, isn't it? My friend Nancy and I went on a long road trip. We'd been on the road about 11 hours, and we decided to stop and get a motel and rest for about 4 hours, which we did. And I went down to settle with the clerk, and he handed me a bill for $350. And I said, $350? This room is nice, but it isn't that nice. He said, well, ma'am, you know, we have Wi-Fi all through the building, and you could have used that. And I said, but we didn't. He said, well, it's there, and you could have. And we have an Olympic-sized pool, and you could have used that. And I said, but we didn't. He said, well, it's there, and you could have. And we bring in shows from Las Vegas and New York City, and you could have gone to a show and seen the show. I said, but we didn't. I could tell I wasn't going to get anywhere with him, so I just wrote him a check and handed it to him. He looked at it and he said, ma'am, this check is only for $50. I said, yes, I know. I charged you $300 for sneaking into our room. He said, I didn't. I said, too bad, we were there and you could have. My neighbor Charlie got off work one Friday evening. He did not go home. He went bowling, he went fishing, he went to the movies, he played cards, he went to the races. He just did it all. He finally went home on Sunday night. He had spent every bit of his paycheck. And his wife went into a 2-hour tirade mentioning all of his shortcomings. And she ended by saying, and furthermore, honey, how would you like it if you didn't see me for 2 or 3 years? And he said, that would be great. So, he didn't see her on Monday, he didn't see her on Tuesday or Wednesday. On Thursday, he saw her just a little bit out of the corner of his left eye as a swallow. The next day, she whacked him upside the head again. He said, what was that for? She said, that was for that piece of paper in your pants pocket with the name Mary Lou on it. Oh, honey, Mary Lou was the name of the horse I bet on at the races. She whacked him upside the head again. He said, what was that for? Your horse called here this morning. Well, let's see, where's Debbie? We have time for one more, Debbie?
We got, as long as you're going, we're fine.
Well, this is my infamous hat joke. I think everybody in Anderson has heard this joke probably 10 times, but this is by request. I love hats. I have always loved hats. Last summer, I was on a cruise. I was out on the bow of the ship one day, and this big gust of wind came along and just whipped my skirt right over my head. But I hung on to my hat. And another gust of wind came along and whipped my skirt again. But I still have this hat. There was a gentleman leaning against the railing. He sauntered over and he said, say, lady, do you realize that every time the wind whips your skirt, it shows everything you have? I said, yes, I know, but everything I have is 88 years old, and this hat is new.